Alright, welcome back everybody. So today we're gonna go over how to grind PvE stuff in simulator mode, and everything I'm gonna go over here you can easily do it with the keyboard and mouse, no head tracking needed. Joystick and head tracking, of course it's gonna help, but if you don't have it, don't worry, I got you covered here. I'm gonna use premium vehicles mainly because I do have them and I'm always grinding. As you can see, I'm low on money and there are jets that I need to buy anyway. Everything I'm showing you, those weapons and everything here, can be done with Tech 3 vehicles. A very good example for that is the F4, and a lot of nations do get the F4. So the Germany gets F4, of course the US gets the F4. Germany, British, Japan, and Israel get their 4. The Soviets, they do have your 25s, 39s, 22s, whatever, you know. Alright, so first off, we're gonna use the F5 with the incendiary bombs. And the F5 is a fighter, so I'm gonna show you that you can use a fighter to do some base, you know, some PvE grinding. And you can kill some bases here. For the second vehicle, we're gonna use the A10 with the AGMs, going after those ground targets, that those ground battles that are happening, and you can go after those convoys as well with those things. And lastly, we're gonna use the AV8 with the Mighty Mouse rockets. We do have 114 of those. We could carry more, but I would say that is plenty enough to get around 600 points. And that is what we are aiming here, around 600 points. 500 plus is already really good. The bare minimum that I would go for is like 450. If you're getting less than that, you know, you might want to change your loadout or change your vehicle, whatever. And one thing to keep in mind, if you're flying lower than 11.7, going after those attackers and bombers, AI aircraft, is a pretty good option as well. But at 11.7 already, killing those AIs will give you around 50, maybe even less, probably less points for one kill. So unless you wanna bleed the enemy tickets, it is really not worth after going. Alright, so we're gonna take out the F5C first. With this loadout, 4 incendiary bombs. Those are good for taking care of 2 bases, and that will grant you around 600 points, a little bit more. You can take out just 2 of those. Killing 1 base is gonna grant you around 450 points, which is fine, you know. I wouldn't go for less, but you know, it depends on you. How much time you wanna stay in the air and how many points you wanna get out of it. But we do need to be careful here. Don't see him. So I'm gonna assume I'm in the clear here. Right. That base is somewhere there. Alright, I do see it. Right. Switch to the bombs. We need to slow down a little bit here. Gotta make sure that we drop them. Right. Hopefully that will miss. No, not miss. Hopefully that will hit. And yeah, it did hit. Right. So there we go. We're gonna look over those rewards in a second here. And you can do this easily with just a keyboard and mouse without any head tracking. And that base should be... Yes, it is done. There we go, we got something in front. I don't know if it's friendly or not. Look over the points. 513 points. That is plenty enough to get a decent reward, you know. Because, yeah, you need like 600 points to get like the maximum rewards. Everything above 600 is not gonna give you a lot of rewards. If you get 500 plus, that is already really good. Right, so I'm gonna check out. Alright, we are taking out the AV8 and we got 114 rockets here. It should grant us around 600 points, but yeah, we'll see in a second here. Oh, there's a 21. Come on, leave me alone. Like, just the fact that that he can ping me, it means he can probably see me as well. Yeah. Where are you? Where are you? There you go, you're right here. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Come on, pull the nose. Use some flaps here. I think he has players. Alright, there we go. He's done. How many points we got? 1942. So we're gonna switch to the rockets here. And we have to locate those fuel barrels. But it actually doesn't really matter what we locate. I think we're gonna go for the barracks or whatever those are. Alright. Right, let's turn that down here. Right. How much points? 19, 20, 42. Right. Let's keep it here nice and easy. So we want to drop everything in the same place. Yeah. There we go. Off we go. That 23 is on our ass. Yeah. Right. 2,500. Hi, Blair. That's a 23 as well. We gotta keep playing. There's a 21 and there's a 23. Never know. Oh, we are out of players. Ah, something cut me down. But, you know, it's fine, it's fine. We got a lot of players here. So, here we go. Yeah, we got around 600 points for those rocket drops here. And with PvE, so you need at least like 100 rockets. Those mighty mouse to get like 600 points. And you know, PvE is really good for that because you can still have those aim nails. Of course, the F4 is also like a really good option. Alright, that is good. We do have a battle going on here, so make sure we have the right selected. Yes, 40 minutes of fuel. That is, we don't need that much. Right, as I'm taking off, I'm gonna use stamping mode, but we're gonna go to manual mode as soon as we approach the battlefield here. Go to manual mode, and we're gonna use elevator trim 3%, right? And we're gonna turn in a little bit here. Turn that way, should be good here. Now we're gonna hold down the map key and zoom in. because I do want to mark the first. So I'm just gonna middle click here, as you can see here, and then we're gonna zoom out, and that's it. Right, that is, let's go to 2%, otherwise it's gonna be a very steep angle. Right, and as for range, this is a bigger map, so I want to be like somewhere in half of that square before I start firing. Yeah, so now, as you can see, my camera is locked to the target that I kind of selected. Yeah, it is not a thermal camera, so it might be a little bit hard to locate stuff. So that's why you're using this map key and your middle mouse button. Gonna keep it on a shallow climb here, hopefully. So there should be an anti-air right here. And we're gonna look at the map here. We're still kind of far away to my liking. And you can see I'm keeping my eye on my altitude as well. And I do want to turn a little bit this way. So yeah, there is a 190 air here. We want to get a little bit closer here. I think we're actually good here. So one is here, one is here. We do want to get the tanks as well, as many as possible. We have something here as well. Right, there we go. Now we can go damping mode, and hopefully those hit. We definitely didn't get every vehicle that we wanted. So right, we got, how many did we got? 6 and almost 600 points. So that is good enough for me. I'm gonna go back and rearm. Otherwise, yeah, I still have anti-air up. So if I would have managed to kill every single anti-air with the first strike, I could go in with the guns and finish them off. Right, but yeah, we do have the points, almost 600 points. That is plenty enough here. And I don't know, it took us, I don't know, let's say 5 minutes. And now we're gonna go back and land and rearm and come back. Basically, you know. And if, you know, you don't have to, you can stay on the airfield and wait out your 15 minutes useful action, whatever. You don't have to take off. And that's how simple it is. Yeah. Just make sure if you launch those missiles that you don't select the targets that are really close by. Otherwise, if the first one explodes. Anyway, as I was saying, like those missiles are kind of like a heat-seeking, I think. Kinda, you know. So if something is exploded or is burning right next to the target, so it probably will lock on to that thing. So make sure that you're not too close. And if you're going after convoys, you need to be somewhat close. Then it will track the target. But stationary targets you can shoot further away with no problem. Yeah, that's about it. And you can see we didn't get all of those vehicles. But I believe tanks and anti-airs will give you more points than the AT guns. So if it is possible, go for those like vehicles first, and then the, you know, those artillery guns or whatever those things are. But yeah, and yeah, that's how simple it is. Anyway, yeah, so that's about it. I hope this was helpful. So if you know any good tips how to grind PvE stuff in simulator mode, so please do leave a comment. It is appreciated. But yeah, I hope this was helpful, and thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one, guys. Bye.